Welcome back. You haven't missed a thing so far. If Lee Fitzpatrick wins this one, he'll equal John Higgins on race wins this year. It's going to be 12 apiece if Fitzpatrick can hang on. But here comes Higgins, down the hill, inside line on the corner, side by side, and is he going to have the momentum to get out of the corner here? This is the line that Fitzpatrick had last time. They've swapped over, but Lee Fitzpatrick's takes the wider line, a little bit more momentum. Now, up onto the last but one corner on the circuit, and Lee Fitzpatrick still's got the inside line if Higgins can hang on the outside, and he can't. If he could have hung on there, he'd have had the inside run down to the last corner, but it looks like Fitzpatrick at the moment's got it covered. John Higgins right behind him. You can just see him jinking out there. Stephen Traherne is still there in third place. Hard on the brakes they go. Higgins tries to dive down the inside, but it doesn't work, and surely Lee Fitzpatrick is going to take the win. It's checkered flag. Fitzpatrick, win number 12 of the year for him. John Higgins second, Stephen Traherne third. Look at that, Simon Belcher not too far behind him fourth. The rest of them well and truly trounced. Fitzpatrick wins then from John Higgins, Stephen Traherne in third place from Simon Belcher. Matthew Pape gets fifth ahead of Lawrence Davey, Peter Morton in seventh, and then Nicky Meredith from Nick Brace, Darren Galton, Richard Bocklington and Gerard McCosh. Ben Power comes home in 13th ahead of Paul Mansell.
Have a quick word with the winner and the runner-up. John Lee. Hiya, sorry boys. Lee, you won that first race. How did you find the track?
It was good. It was really slippery this morning in practice, but there was a lot more grip out there this time. So yeah, enjoyed it. Got away, got my head down.
And John, what about you?
Yeah, it was just a case of trying to get through into second place and get a 1-2 for the team. Try to pressurise them there towards the end, but you can see Stephen Traherne catching us. So you settle for second, make sure that you have another 1-2 for the team in Motorsport, and that's what we've done. And we race each other hard, but you've got to give each other room because we can't take each other off. It's too
real battle going on between you two and Stephen Traherne and Simon Belcher, obviously. But best of luck to you two both for the next race.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us. Boys, we just had the first race, and Stephen, you came third, and Simon, you came fourth. Any comments?
I don't know really. I started off the front, so I probably should have got top two really, or tried to win it, but I had a good dice, but I just couldn't really get past John and Lee. I don't know, you came from the back, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a bit more work to do, but managed to catch them up. Tried to close up on the top three, but I just didn't have the pace. The gap stayed the same all the way through, so in the end I just had to settle for fourth.
Race 2, and as ever a reverse grid. You can see the pace car just bringing them round the last corner, getting ready for the start of this one with Ben Power on the front row of the grid. Alongside him in blue and silver is the 32 car of Peter Morton, and John Higgins on the inside of row 2, car number 1, 19 Lawrence Davey on his outside. This is the shot as we look down. This is the home straight we're looking at here with Ben Power, former rallycrosser, junior rallycross front runner. He's there in 55. Surely he's going to get a win before long, and it's Ben Power that leads them away on the inside, on board with John Higgins. Now there is Ben Power. John Higgins goes wide. He's going to look up the inside as they come up to the hairpin, and Higgins I think is through already. So John Higgins leads. Up into second place goes Lawrence Davey, side by side with Power. 11, Simon Belcher is fourth. Then it's Ross Marshall on the outside in car number 3. Following them, it's Nick Brace, followed by Richard Pocklington. Look down the order, 69 Gerald McCosh in red. The blue car there, 59, that's Paul Mansell. Car number 40 is Roger Cousins. Good to see Roger out racing again. And then the Aston through at the back of the grid, Brian Cook in 99, Steve Whiteleg in 66. He's back after an enforced absence. You may remember we didn't see him taken out at Alton Park a couple of rounds back, but he was. And Ross Marshall spins! Over goes the tyre marker, and the Scottish Championship leader is not having a great race there. He's right the way down the order now. He's got 43, Mick Mercer, all over him. The 43-year-old from Wakefield, Mick Mercer, Dangerous Dirk to his mates. And he overtakes the Scottish champion, but it's John Higgins out front at the moment in green, the U-Pullet sponsored car from Lawrence Davey in second place. Now on board with Ben Power. Ben Power, new car. Hard spin! Matthew Pape spins it around. He's facing the wrong way. That is not the place to be. Nick Brace manages to avoid him. And I think the rest of the pack have gone through as well. You can see Pape's car in the background facing the wrong way, but I think everybody has read that very, very well indeed. Now then, Lawrence Davey gets it a little bit sideways in the Nathan Anthony Limited sponsored car, but here comes Simon Belcher. He's got the outside line. Belcher cuts across. He grabs second position. So Simon Belcher up to second in car number 11. Davey down to third. Then it's Ben Power in 55 in fourth place. So Ben Power actually hanging on well. Started on pole. And that's Peter Morton walking away from his car. The genial Yorkshireman, Peter Morton, is out of it. Lawrence Davey, he goes very wide there over the grass. Lawrence Davey tries to go rallycrossing past the former rallycross driver Ben Power in 55. The ex-Dave Newsham car is back into third place. Lawrence Davey fighting the car, but look who's behind him. Lee Fitzpatrick in car number 3, then Stephen Traherne in yellow and white. The two guys that with John Higgins dominated race 1, carving their way through the field, and the RS Cap sponsored car of Lee Fitzpatrick running very well indeed. And here we go on board with Lee. It's Lawrence Davey in front. Now what's Lee Fitzpatrick going to do? Is he going to go to the inside or outside? You've got to favour the outside line here, because as I said before, that converts to inside. Looking back from Ben Power, and Lawrence Davey trying to go down the inside of Ben Power. Why they go for the inside line there, I've absolutely no idea, because straight away you've got that right hand bend, the right hand kink, which if you're on the outside, on the inside of the first part, it puts you on the wrong racing line. But these Legends guys are real trials. We look at Darren Galton in car number 4 and 16 Richard Pocklington. Darren from Bristol, young family, I know will be egging him on in the paddock area, but here's Ben Power again. Lee Fitzpatrick is now ahead of Ben Power. Along the straight they go, and Lawrence Davey coming under pressure from Lee Fitzpatrick. Lee in the black car, dives up the inside. Simon Belcher hard on the brakes. No, it wasn't. It was Stephen Traherne hard on the brakes in car number 12. And Fitzpatrick, now we're going to see Davey's car appear in view, and that means that, no, I'll tell you what, Lawrence Davey's hanging on to it. But look at Lee Fitzpatrick here, trying to shadow great big field of Legends cars here, not as strung out as they were in race number 1. So I think the reverse grid, well, say John Higgins was on the front, wasn't he? But some of the other top guns were starting a little bit further back. Now then, across the line they go. Stephen Traherne about to have a look at Ben Power in 55. That car, of course, the ex-Dave Newsham car. Dave moving on to the Elf Renault Clio Cup this year. Knocking on the door of the podium a few times in that championship as Traherne goes around the outside on the banking. So Traherne, I very much liken this corner to a stock car corner. In fact, if they stuck 180 degrees at the other end, we could have Wales' first stock car track for a long time. It'd be something to see. But Stephen Traherne, what I'm getting around to saying is that Stephen Traherne, an ex-stock car driver, it's where he cut his teeth in mini stock, and he knows how to go around the outside of a corner like that with Stephen Traherne, but at the moment it's not working for him. So you look at Lee Fitzpatrick and Lawrence Davey climbing up the hill. Now, into the left-hander. Davey's got the line. Fitzpatrick can't do anything about Davey at the moment. Lawrence Davey defending well. He'll be concentrating on the yellow and white car in front of him, which is Simon Belcher. Look at Nicky Meredith there, the green and white car from the back of the field making good run. Then it's Nick Brace, car number 8, the 3 times ACU British Sidecar Cross champion, and we're on board with Bracey now. Nick actually hurt his leg a while ago, and he's racing with an air cast on his leg at the moment, hobbling around the pits. Wish him a speedy recovery from that, but it doesn't seem to affect him, to affect his racing. He's a very quick pilot, is Nick Brace. Second place at the moment in the Newcomers Championship for this year. As Lawrence Davey, I'll tell you what, Lawrence Davey's driving an absolute blinder here. Lawrence and Lee Fitzpatrick, the 2 L's giving us 1 L of a race here as they come down towards the last corner on the lap. And Davey hang on to it. Here comes Lee Fitzpatrick though, looking for the outside line. Now he could go for the switch over and maybe dive up the inside. If you take a wider line in, Lawrence Davey drifts a little bit wide. Lee Fitzpatrick is slightly tighter. Now, is Fitzpatrick going to get the run? So he's through. Lee Fitzpatrick read that well. Davey did his best in defence but loses the place past the stricken car of Pete Morton. And number 2, Lee Fitzpatrick moves up a place, but that was made very, very hard work by Lawrence Davey. And you've got to say, Lawrence is getting back on the pace. He's ahead of the second Karcher car, the Handy Motorsport car of Stephen Traherne in yellow and white there. You can see just behind him, but Davey's not giving up the ghost jet, is he, number 19? Through goes Lawrence, but racing Legends a long, long time. Came in and he actually still holds the record for being the youngest ever driver to have won a Legends race. It was a winter championship race all those years ago when Lawrence joined the championship. The youngest winner of a national championship Legends race is behind him. And that's Stephen Traherne, who's actually a good bit older now, Stephen Traherne, in the number 12 car. Stephen, 26 years of age, still, of course, young enough to do other things in motor racing, but he absolutely loves his Legends, does Stephen, as we look at Lee Fitzpatrick getting away from Lawrence Davey at the moment. He's pulled a length or so out. Lawrence just a little bit sideways there. Wonder if the tyres will set up not quite right for him. There we go, on board with Stephen Traherne. A superb view from the driver. Lawrence Davey in front, goes a little bit wide. Now, Traherne smooth around the corner. Pulls up a gear. Now is he going to go through? Up another gear. Long, long straight here. Here comes Traherne side by side with Davey. Then it's Nicky Meredith. So Nicky Meredith's going through. Then it's the 55 car. Ben Power looking at the outside line, but I think Meredith's got that covered. Richard Pocklington up the inside of number 4, Darren Galton. Then it's Ross Marshall in the red number 3 car. They come down the straight. Gerard McCosh is behind them in 69 with the pig mascot. If you're wondering what that is on the back of the car, it's Gerard's big pig mascot, Napoleon III. And Gerard starting in what we call the gentleman's grid at the back of the field in Legends. And that's why you tend not to see Gerard in the reverse grid going at the front. He always elects to start at the back in the National Championship. You'll see him in the mix in the Scottish Championship here on Motors TV for sure. Now then, on board with Ben Power. Oh, Nicky Meredith gets it sideways, the Irishman. Very clearly enjoying his Legends racing. Hasn't had a race for a good few months actually, Nicky Meredith. But hanging on to it very well indeed. There's Ben Power. Nick Brace challenging Richard Pocklington side by side. Bracey with the Union flag on the side, I think has gone through. Job done for Nick Brace. There he goes on the outside. Or has he? Now Pocklington's fighting back up the inside, side by side, past the old race school buildings there on the outside of the circuit. It's Pete Morton there just leaning on the steps, enjoying watching the race. And Bracey, I think, has got a problem because through goes 4 and 3 for Darren Galton. 3, Ross Marshall past Nick Brace. They go down into the left, right, left kick. Now on board with Ross Marshall, looking through the mesh. There is his teammate. That's Darren Galton in front of him. Opposite ends of the country, Darren Galton from Bristol, Ross Marshall from Dunblane. Behind him from Berkshire, it's Nick Brace in car number 8. A trio of cars prepared up at Mollinsburn. We'll be back racing after this short break.